What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world of FTB Beast Unleashed, and last time we set up our automation up there for glass and not forged iron, not heavy iron, refined iron. I was like, cannot remember name of item we made. Alright, so what we're going to be doing today, this is one of the other things that we need before we really start embracing industrial craft, is I need to be able to make, how is that not it? Okay, there we go. We need to make overclockers. This part's easy. We've already got that set up. That's pretty much automated. No worries, no problems. The 10K coolant cells are the bitch. Now, there are a variety of different ways that you can make these coolant cells. In fact, there's even a way that you can make them with, what is it? You can actually make them with a magma crucible. If you pull up, there it is, the coolant cells right here, you can see you can get a liquid transposer, you can set up an empty cell, and you can use the water cell. And then once you get the water cell, you can heat it, which doesn't really make sense to me, but you can actually heat it in a, let me see if I can find that. That's IC2, extractor, compressor, mixer, or dictionary, liquid, combustion, carpenter, squeezer. As you can see, you can use these in just about anything. Anyways, if you put it in a magma crucible and you heat it with magma, apparently it actually turns into one of them as well. Unfortunately for me, that's a little too convoluted. It's going to take a little bit too long. So we're just going to use this method, which works a little bit easier. Now, before we get started, I do need to make another bucket real quick because we do need 2 source blocks to make this function. There we go. Let's run down to the pond over here real quick and snag ourselves 2 cups of water. You can do this with only 1, but you're going to be waiting a while. 2 is pretty much critical mass. Once you have 2, it will work a lot faster. Alright, so we're going to set this up right over here. Reason we're going to be setting it up over here is I'm going to be running the power line from up there straight down. And I kind of need to have that source rather near. We're going to bust that open, and then we're going to go ahead and dig. And then we need to dig down 1 other block. And then right here. Actually, you know what? We're just going to open this whole thing up. I technically don't have to, but it will make it a little bit easier to see what we're doing. Again, this is temporary. One of the guys in the live stream said, for Pyro, anytime I say temporary, that means permanent. But we are going to have our nice little setup soon. And as soon as we get that, we will no longer be using, or I guess I should say abusing Direbee's poor little setup here. Now, as you can see, once we hit that, it's going to start pumping up and filling up almost instantaneously, which is nice. That's what we're kind of looking for. Now we want to go ahead and shift click there. Shift left click clears it so you don't have any other problems. And then we just set that up there. It's going to fill up the water there. Now, one of the guys in the live stream is letting me know that we already have several aqueous accumulators running in here. Reason we're not using those is those do go to my steam engines, and I'm a little bit hesitant. Really, we're 1 shy. Seriously. Damn it, Bobby. I do not want to have to make another one of these real quick. There's got to be a little bit of... Fuck. As far as I can tell, there's absolutely no waste anywhere that we can trim. We're actually going to have to make some more redstone conduits, as much as I don't want to. But that is life. Alright, so we've got our magma crucible. We need to put some redstone conduits in there, or some redstone to cook. And I'm going to make a big old batch of this because I'm tired of messing with it. And then hopefully... Actually, it doesn't look like we've ever... I'm pretty sure we have made these before. The issue is the name is different, if I recall. There it is. Redstone energy conduit. There we go. Energy conduit. That's what we're looking for. Energy conduit. There we go. Let's see, can we make 10? We can make 12. Well, that works perfectly fine for me. Slap that in here. Go ahead and put that there, and that's going to start funneling over there. Wow, actually running pretty fast. Usually you don't see it running that quickly. I'm actually kind of impressed. Alright, so now we have our redstone energy cell. Problem solved. Unfortunately, my aim was a little off. Whoops. My aim was a little off, so it's going to look a little funky, but that's okay. Alright, so I'm filling up my buckets. Only reason I'm filling these buckets back up, and in all honesty, you don't have to. I just wanted to complete... For aesthetic reasons, I like completing... whoops, no! No! Damn it. Alright, now we can jump out. I like completing the quad. Okay, now normally I would seal this completely up. Unfortunately, that's not going to work for our setup here. So what we're going to do is we're going to break this, we're going to break that, and then we're going to go... Again, this is going to be one of those little sloppy situations for now. It's just kind of one of the necessary beast type deals. And I'm really worried about this part of it. The reason is I don't think this is going to shut the machine off. Okay. We've got that... Hello, pig. We've got that running there. What we need now is we need to import tin cans and then export tin cans. So we're going to need a precision export bus, which we're going to put on... I guess we'll put that on the top. And then we need a precision export bus, or import bus, which we can put right there. And then we need some cabling. Thankfully, since we've spent all that time working on our automation, we should be able to do this part fairly easily. We need ME cables. So, give me 20. And there we go. And since we have glass with no problem, it's no issue. Alright, so we're going to hook you up. And then over here, we need 10 cans full of water, which is right here. So as long as this right here, as long as we've got, we're going to say 12, because that's what one batch makes, I believe. Yeah, 12. As long as we've got 12, run the light. And then we're going to go ahead and click that there. And then we just need to, whoops, click straight down. And again, like I said, my worry here is that this is not going to work. Alright, so we're going to click here, we're going to clear you. We're going to put tin cans in there. And that should be exporting into here. Now, what we need to do is we need to make some tin cans in the recipe machine over here. Do I have 10 on me? Yes, I do. Clear. Tin cans, easily made. It's a reverse bucket. Let's see. And no, that's not going to import either because we need an ME interface. That's what we need. Pop that off. At least I think we need an ME interface. I could be wrong. This is the part where it gets a little complicated and my mind starts to melt. Go ahead and make me one. Because unlike the above recipe, which is fairly easy, you can see up here, all we're doing there is we're just making stuff. We're just converting things that we already have bulk amounts in our inventory. We're just making bulk amounts of that. So all that is a process. So we're saying as long as you have X, produce Y. Well, with this setup, this is a little bit more complicated, and the reason why is what we're trying to make are overclockers. Now, as long as we're making, whenever we ask for an overclocker, it's going to ask for the, what do you call it? The conduits. Well, or not the conduits, the coolant cells. But since we don't have the coolant cells, what we've got to do is we've got to tell this machine, if no coolant cells, then make X. Well, if we don't have coolant cells, the complicated part comes in is we're not making coolant cells with this machine, so we've got to tell it to do it. So I'm a little confused in how we're going to make this work, actually. Because we're making a completely different product, but we have to tell it to use this machine until we can make that said product. And that's kind of the bitch. So I think what we're going to do... Let's see, we're making tin cans. We know how to make those. We needed to make tin cans repeatedly, but there is no machine that makes tin cans. I'm very, very, very confused now. Well, streamers, if you want to throw me a bone and try and help me out here, feel free. Well, setting the level emitter isn't going to help us, because it's not... The level emitter is already set. Oh, wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. I can put that in there, and as long as I have... Keep that... But still, that's still not going to ask the machine to make it. Because that's the issue is... We need to have tin cans made. And that's the real problem. Alright, what we need to do is we need to make water cells. Water cells over here. We've made one, just to show you guys how this works really quickly. And I think I got this figured out. You put this here, it fills up, and it makes a tin can. Alright, so now that we've got the tin can, we come back over here. Yeah, I think I got this figured out now. Clear. Did I make that? Did we actually make the water cell? No, I don't think we did. Oh, yes we did. Alright, so the tin cans there. Alright, so now that we've got the water cell, I believe you surround this with 10, and that makes the 10K coolant cell. So we need to encode that. There we go. Alright, so clear. Now we put that in here, and so that's going to make... Yeah, again, the issue is... You're not... Okay, so the issue with this is... Let me show you guys real quick. The issue with that is it's just making the water cell. So the problem is when this recipe tries to make, it's going to be looking for these, and instead of looking for the other option. So I still can't figure out how to make the tin cans automatically as long as we make a production, because we need to be making the tin cans themselves, these, unless we have a certain number of set up over here. So, Because this right here, this is how I would normally set this up, and this will not work. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. At least I don't think it'll work. I could be wrong. Alright, so we want to make this to where it's going to import these anytime we have them, and we have it import a stack. And then over here, we want to stop anytime we have 12 of those. And again, as you can see, this will work, and I'll go ahead and put one in the system. We put one in the system, and you're going to notice it's working because it imports it over here. The problem is, there is nothing that is telling the machine to make. There we go. There's nothing that is telling the machine to make these. And that's all. Okay, there it goes. And that's the issue. So we can easily make these now, but there's no way that I'm aware of to produce something from a crafting table until you reach an X amount. And that's the issue. Now I guess what I could do is I could change... I guess what I could do is I could change the recipe to where it pulls it out. So let me come up here, grab a... We don't need an enemy interface. We can do it over here because I've already got one. So we need to make a different recipe over here, I believe, that instead of making that, it's going to produce 10 cans. Oh, okay. Pop that off. Enemy interface. Set that there. And we need to make 10 cans. So I need to come get the recipe over here. 10 can. There we go. Bring that over here. And Yep, that's still not working yet. Because we have to change it to where whenever it is trying to make a full water can, that it is making these. And that is the real tricky part about this. And I'm sure it's just something simple that I'm missing. I guess we could change it over here. We just need to force the recipe for the Emmy coating pattern right here. So let's see, water cell. I need to change that to a tin can. So that would be set it like that, and then change that to where is it? Did I not make a cooling cell? I guess I did not make one. Give me just a second. We got a crafting table over here. Let me try this real fast. This may work. Alright, there's our 10K coolant cell. Put that here. That's going to encode. And that will make 10 cans. And export them, hopefully. Alright, so one of the guys is saying put this here. We may not even need this, and put this here. But I don't think that works either. Yeah, because it's making 10 ingots. Oh! Okay. All we have to do then is this here. And, of course, I've already gotten rid of my water thingy, so I need to make another one. Let me clear up my inventory a bit. God, this shit's fucking complicated. There we go. And again, it's still not making the thing. And if I put this in here, that's not going to do it. Because that's going to make the can. I don't know, it might work. We can try it. Did I just put it? I put it in the wrong fucking spot. And it's funny because all the people in the chat are all messaging it 3 different ways. In the recipe maker, which is right here, put cans on the left and water cans on the right. Yeah, see, this is the brilliance of using things on the live stream, is when I'm trying to figure something out, I get 4 or 5 different ways to do things. From 4 or 5 different people. Alright, so we already have the empty can recipe. That's right here. This is the empty can recipe. And then we have the coolant recipe, which is right there. Both of those are set up. Now, for those of you guys watching on YouTube, I am going to consult with the streamers and we're going to figure this one out, and then I will showcase how we actually got this working in the next episode. I do apologize for the confusion on this one. This is one of those more complicated setups. However, once we get this figured out and get the logic working, it'll make it pretty easy from here on. So hopefully you guys liked this episode, even though it was terrible. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you slap that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.